Hello and welcome. I'm Phil Isherwood, a poet and an amateur photographer. This is a short presentation into poetry, photography and well-being, which I'm doing for Creativity and Wellbeing Week in the UK. It begins on 16th of May 2022. For the last 12 years, I've volunteered as a poet in Bolton Hospice, writing poems for patients inspired by the conversations with them. But what I'm talking about today is for anyone, no matter what health or age or circumstance. Since COVID pandemic began, I've been getting out more and exploring and photographing nature, especially for exercise in 2020 lockdown. I also started using them together in a Facebook poetry group called The Daily Haiku, which began in a few hundred in March 2020 and has now grown to over 14,000 members worldwide. So why poetry and photography? Well, they have a great deal in common. Three things in particular. Firstly, seeing something differently. A new view. The best creative photographs will show us something different, whether a portrait, an object, nature, some new angle or setting, something that captures the image and an aspect that we've never considered before. Good poetry will do the same. Words that reveal something beautiful, paradoxical, or even challenging. The best will follow the principle, show, not tell. Secondly, both poetry and photography will focus on details. The best can give such significance to the often unnoticed. It's the same, show, not tell. The ancient Japanese poetry form, the haiku, has just 3 lines of poetry, but they focus on those small details having the greatest value. Creative photography does the same, that way of elevating even the background to something that amazes, showing us contrasts and conflicts, such as a small spring flower alongside a burnt-out tank track on a battlefield. Thirdly, poetry and photography tell our stories in that particularly creative way, distilling out significant moments as individuals, communities, nations, revealing the emotions, triumphs and challenges in the life journey. So, we combine these with well-being. Well, you've heard that 5 a day is good for you. Well, it's not all fruit and veg. The mental health charity Mind many years ago produced their research-based 5 ways to well-being, which they list as to connect, be active, take notice, to learn and to give. And certainly, if you're into poetry or photography, you may well join a club or a group at some point to learn together, to gain encouragement together, to support each other, and to find value in what you do. To be active, getting out, going for a walk, exploring, all broaden your inspirations to take photographs, to take notes, and to use them together possibly to write. And in doing so, you will learn to take notice, which is very good for awareness and mental health, noticing the details in life, those small things that can bring such value in the art of creative photography and writing poetry. And you will learn through all these because you become interested, researching names for plants and flowers, looking up backgrounds to places, stories of people and places. And so why not give? I found great value for my own mental health in working as a volunteer in a hospice, and there will be ways to use the gifts that you have and get better at giving photographs away, giving poems away, and finding that you encourage others to do the same, to find support in the footsteps through life. So that's an approach behind this, and I'll put some photographs and poems together now so you can see some of the examples of an approach with this, mainly using the haiku. And you'll see that some of the images are digital developments of photographs, my photographs, using a variety of techniques from the ordinary smartphone editing to the apps that are available for this. I hope you enjoy them. The place of telling. Air would carry our secrets in the fading light. The horizon flares to seal the words we shared for another day. End of winter's grief, heralded by light and life, hope for something new. Moments, stepping stones, some may sign new directions, jewels on a path. A tree stands unnoticed until framed by an eye, recording wonder. Resting sands, low tide, 3 hours for today only, see curated art. Summer evenings, long shadows, contemplation, footsteps praise the day. There are some moments when words are inadequate in this fragile world. Thank you for listening to this presentation. I hope it's been valuable.